have to take in something when you're there. When kids go there, at first they hate it because it's miserable and it's hot and it's boring, and then they have their friends, youth group friends, and they come and talk about it, and that's like a cheap way to get Christians is that they come in and they. I mean, that's how they get little kids to become Christians in a way. Is they come and they just talk about things.
So yes, sir.
Well, I know a couple Christian towns. They're very conservative about their religion. They keep, whenever I go to my friend's house or whatever, since we're Christian, they keep saying, talking about religion. They keep trying to convert me, oh, they told me about what Jesus did. Now I'm just saying everybody, Sometimes they force me to read the Bible over there.
Oh.
Yeah, sometimes. But one of the kids over there, my friends, keep saying we were talking about Catholic and they didn't like Catholic, even though they were Christian. The reason why they didn't like Catholic because they believed in Mary. He said, just Jesus, not Mary, but Jesus. Jesus is the key and the hope to everything. That's what they keep saying.
A lot of my friends are Christian or Catholic, so I talk to them about it, and just I wouldn't say they make it seem fun, but how you say they're strict and stuff, my friends don't think they're strict, and I don't know.
It's all this forgiven in Jesus' eyes.
It's just, I don't know.
Christians have a
And it's,
it's every time you go to church, you earn a point.
Keep leveling up until you get to heaven.
Yeah.
I feel like you're trying to train like a dog.
Good job.
Good job.
Good job, boy.
And you go to heaven. Wait. And that's not because also religion is also about people every person is going to be scared of death. That's a fact. No one wants to die. No one likes to die. What people use religion is to find ways to answer our problems in life. What religion does, it provides us an answer for some of the things. And so an easy one that will drag people is the answer that happens after life. And what Christians and Catholic Christians give is that answer is you will continue to go. If you live this life, you go to heaven. Everyone, you will go to heaven or you go to hell. That's the way it is. And what I find difficult to believe is that we've been alive for some years. Human beings have existed in so many years, and as because what they believe that there's the physical world, there's the spiritual world, or the universe is in God's hands. It's in a weird way, and that there is the next place is a volume of heaven and a volume of space of hell. And then what I've thought is there's so many people have died. Not only will they get crowded, if there's there's only so many places that you can fill something with, and that's actually science. But then also what I thought about was there's also the countries like Africa or Asia where they're not. Some of them don't even have religion there. They just live by the day. And where do you count those people? And what my coworker said, they automatically go to hell. And I was like, what? That's terrible. They basically live in hell over there, and now they have to go. Huh?
Unbaptized babies too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because you said that once they're born, they are automatically sin. Being born is a sin because of Adam and Eve, and that is the sad. What it's kind of saying is the fact that you're living is a sin. So what you should do is forgive yourself and Jesus in your life, and that's when you go to heaven. And it's such a weird thought that the minute that we come into life is that we've done something wrong, is living. And so that's why when I hear that they said God created everybody and set a predestined fate for everybody, how can you say that God is good enough that He set people in Africa to have that kind of fate to live that life over there?
You just spider.
Oh no.
You just played God with the fly's life.
killed it?
You didn't see that.
Right now. So here.
I killed it. Whoa, I did.
Too much religion.
Yeah.
Religion can't save the spider.
No, you
Imagine that you make mistake and you blame on Julia. Is that fair?
No.
Imagine that you're so successful and you say you give Julia credit. Is that fair?
No.
Why?
Like I worked hard for like good things, so why should someone else get credit for it? Because they didn't like really help.
So that's one difference between.
Yeah, it's like sports.
Yeah,
players,
yeah.
Like celebrities, like thank you Jesus. Like it's like Christians, like they don't believe in themselves. That's why I didn't realize how smart Tay is. I'm sorry I pointed at you, but Tay was because what happened was when he asked those questions yesterday, tearing ourselves, and then he led it to this lesson is how do we feel about religion, and then how do it affects us. When we rated ourselves, we said I don't know what I said. I think I said 5, but then it's the how much we believe in ourselves, and I was like. I'm 10. Yeah, I said 10 for that one. It's I know myself well, and I believe in myself. But what the Christians is kind of it's they don't. They believe in the Holy Spirit and the Father and Jesus, and everything is because of them. It's not because of yourself. It's always because they did it for you to do this. But then in Buddhism, it's kind of you work hard to earn what you get. And there's also, you can tie in the karma. If you do good, you get the good back out of it. And that's, in my opinion, how I feel is Christians kind of weak in a sense of personal things because they rely on someone else or something to guide them, or they rely on the fact that their life has already been set, where we in Buddhism, we can control our own destiny or our own fate because we are our own life and our own person.
Okay, Johnny, turn to your face. Turn that to your face. Okay, now. Now you are going to what school?
Eureka College.
Okay.
Eureka!
You're going to be?
Math teacher.
Huh?
I'm going to be a math teacher.
Math teacher. You believe that you can make it, or you don't believe that you can make it?
Of course not. Kidding. Yeah. I think.
Guess what? You believe that you have the ability to finish up the degree and to get into that career. Yes or no?
Yeah. I mean, it's
okay,
education.
That's why I asked you that,
Really?
right?
Are you sure?
Miss Go Tokyo. You trust yourself? You believe yourself? Why?
Because who else is there to trust? No.
What's the problem?
Watch out for numero uno.
So, David, what's the problem if you don't trust yourself?
Can't trust yourself.
Can you trust yourself?
Everything that Devin says.
Yes?
Everything.
Can you trust yourself? You have confidence in yourself? For example, can you trust yourself to eat?
Newscaster.
Can you trust yourself to wear the clothes?
No.
Can you trust yourself to drive bicycle? Ride bicycle.
Ride a bike.
You believe in yourself, man.
So anyway, Niên, can you explain what happens if you don't trust yourself? What are the problems if you don't trust yourself?
You don't have confidence to do anything. You just
And what
live in
happened?
a dark hole.
And what happened? Look this way. If you start a day with a positive mind, yes, I can do the job. Yes, I can pass the test. Yes, I can pass and so forth. But in the opposite way, no, I make you fail now. No, I cannot do that. No, I cannot drive my bicycle. What happened? What are the two attitudes?
Bam, I failed.
You harm yourself. You harm yourself, right? But if you have positive mind, Like lady, you told me that, right? Remember you told me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did I tell you?
When I asked you, remember back there?
That
You
I
told
was
yourself?
Yeah.
Can you finish your college? Remember that?
Yeah. Like the whole thing?
Is that you? Why? Why you think that you have that kind of confidence, self-confidence in yourself? Especially for the young man here, young gentleman here, right? You need to learn from you.
Because you're great.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm on the wrong topic. Me and Ty were talking, and I forgot what I was saying. Oh, he was like talking about like if I need anyone in my life, or like what if I get into trouble and like. Like I just said, I don't need anyone, and I'm really good with myself, and if anything, everything will pass because you just gotta deal with it and go with the flow. Try to help me out.
Okay.
What am I supposed to say?
So that's what we want to say, right? In Buddhist point, in Buddhist view, it starts with the positive mind. We have the pure mind. We have the good nature. We are everyone of us. Even your pet, your dog, your cat. Remember last night? What happened last night? Remember? Remember?
Yeah, there was a snake.
Oh, yeah.
And we trapped inside the trash can.
And what happened with Sugar? He followed us. Remember?
Yeah.
Why? She kept us.
Oh,
Yeah, he went down, and they told him to jump. You guys brought him up.
Dinner time.
No, he tried to protect us. Whenever wild animals, say the deers or some wild animal come, he
You
barks.
hear him barking at night sometimes?
Yeah.
Oh, you're over there.
Tina sprayed water.
Like in here, like he keeps barking. He barked for like an hour because like there was an animal there, and I said,
Yeah.
"Oh, he's not coming, man."
You see that? Even the animal, they have that kind of good instinct, that kind of good nature. Not talking about humans. So that's why you should start with the positive mind. You work for the best. You go for the best. In the other hand, when you were born, you have the sin. You see that? Is it a bit different now? Right? You see a bit different, lady?
Yeah.
So that's why.
Up the hill is harder than coming down.
You turn it down first. And your life depends upon. Okay, Annika. Imagine that your life is on your broad hand. You feel comfortable?
I think I would die.
Huh?
I think I would die.
Why?
Storm
He can barely take care of himself.
Yeah, I can.
Mom goes to eat.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, but like, just use this one because it's faster.
Yeah, she wants me to
That's
eat
okay.
for a long time. It's already 8.
That sounds cute.
Julia,
Doesn't mean you can't take care of yourself if you don't want to.
Julia, imagine that your life depends upon mine. You feel comfortable?
I got you.
You feel comfortable? Everything you need to do, you need to ask your permission. Is that fair?
No.
Why? Why not?
My priority.
And everything you do, if you make mistake, you blame her. If you do good deed, you give her credit. Is that fair? Why?
I'm a benevolent God.
Why?
Shut
It's your life,
Shut up.
right? Johnny, that's just your life, right? Your life, you control your own karma. You control your own destiny. If you go to school, right, you go to college, you control yourself. Right, sir? If you fail, good luck. But if you study hard, you'll be successful. Of course, on the top of that, later on we'll talk more about some kind of ideas. We believe in that too. But at least in your life, yes, lady.
Sometimes I feel like my mom wants. I feel like my mom wants to control everything in my life.
Same thing too, right?
So
Can you read to her? Give her echo. Yeah.
What?
What do you say? What are you talking about?
Somehow, remember you told me when your mom think that drinking Rama is good for you, and she forced you to drink. And when she think, what's that, your mind? What's that?
Soy milk.
Huh?
Oh, yeah, that's disgusting.
Oh, so milk and so forth.
I don't think so.
Right. So, the one.
Of my life.
Yeah.
What?
Now, let me ask you guys a general question. Who think that you better control your life than to let other people control? Whether they are parents, whether they're spouse, whether they're your peace out. Sorry, okay, raise your hand. If you think it's better for you to control your life, raise your hand.
I'm a trauma.
Yeah, all you. What happened? Okay, see that? That's okay. Okay, thank you. Put down. So that's why the Buddha said that you need to build up your self-confidence. Imagine that imagine that you are an ambassador to represent the whole United States, and somehow you so shaking in front. Actually, somehow to compare with your last year speech or voice, somehow now you so stupid. Let's go down. But no, go up a little bit. Yeah.
She stole it.
Yeah.
No, like I just don't know how to do it.
Anyway, so that's my point. Yes.
More stress. Like, gonna be a lawyer.
I don't know. When I study for LSAT, my mom will find a way to make me not feel comfortable on something. So I'm like,
So I want to lead you so that you can see the differences between those two traditions. Right? One is to oppress people, one is to lift up people's spirit.
Yeah, I know. So we're not, we wouldn't be laying down right now because that nun would slap us with a ruler in the back right now. We're really lax here compared to.
laying
We
down.
wouldn't be sitting on
That's
the
a
floor.
sin.
Yeah, we would be sitting on the floor. We wouldn't
Apologize
be
to
able
Jesus.
to voice
We would be kneeling.
our own opinion. We would, we hackle a lot, but we still, respect everything about this.
Heckle?
Shut up.
Temples like this, or you just want
You special.
Oh.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
So,
We're
give me
learning
my
lessons
laptop.
through joy
Give me laptop. Quickly. Okay, give me laptop. Now, I wait for you. Yeah, I wait for you. She doesn't get that. She asked me, are you my temple in Vietnam?
Yeah.
I wait for you.
He waiting for you to find.
Oh.
Okay, anyway, thank you.
I was gonna tell him about a temple in Vietnam, but.
What happened? Okay, that's okay. Now, Emmy, I need you. But after I need to turn on you. Now, let me ask you. His case exceptional case, or it's happened to some of you or more many of you?
Yeah, my teacher he said that I should just leave him
The
alone.
best-selling book in the world.
And then I told him, I'm like, no, I have one on my side.
Anyone else?
My English teacher, no, it's not maybe in the Bible, but he was talking about Bible stories.
I went to church more.
He expected me to know it. I was like, I know Buddhist stories.
Remember, I don't know whether you know that this happened, I think last couple of months ago in New Orleans. There is a Thai Buddhist student who was forced, not somehow who was forced to follow not the Bible, but actually the teacher gave him a list of choices. Remember that story? That's the big news.
Yeah,
No,
I
Big enough to reach my
remember.
legs.
I didn't hear about it.
You know that? So what happened? So the teacher gave the student, all the students, some kind of fill-in question, fill-in answer.
Survey?
So not survey, fill-in answer.
Like-
Let's say,
Fill in the blank.
fill in the blank. You know that story? And somehow she supposed the student to fill out that, oh, I believe in, and he wrote in different way, so she failed him. She failed him.
Where's the
And-
establishment clause?
And that's why somehow later on his mom
That's illegal.
shoot that teacher, and they won the case.
That's an automatic.
Yeah, that's an automatic win. Exactly.
I failed.
She said, "That's why I shot the teacher." I heard. I was like, "Why are you guys so calm?"
That's why I shot the teacher.
Some Christian people are weak though. Both my literature teachers are like these strong, black Christian women. And like, it's so easy to pass their class because everyone knows their pattern. They're like so prideful that whenever they learn that someone knows their religion and like are interested, they're just like, oh, okay, like the lost puppy thing. And then they just pass it. So we all always choose like Christian books and then we write about it like we're like passionate about it. And she always passes it.
You see that churches? Like praise Jesus. They do that. They do that stuff like this. I went to one. I was like, this is a show. It was fun to watch because
they're so happy.
Yeah, and like when we read it, like we read, but then when they start reading that, they get out of their chairs. They're like, yes,
they start like,
yes.
Woo!
Like,
girl.
Yeah. They break like everything. They break out a song like every 5 minutes. There's like a song for everything. And then there's like the one where like they line up and Jesus praise you, and they knock him in the ground. Like that.
We'll fight.
Like that.
We'll fight.
Like that one. Like that one.
Outside.
I'm sorry. They do it like that, and it's
Wild action.
Yeah,
Zoom in.
How does holy water work?
oh yeah,
That
so you have holy water, Thanh? Do we have holy water? Yeah.
The Buddha water.
Salt.
Baptized.
To purify everything. Salt.
Like to get the ghost.
No, not in personal.
We have like
Actually,
blessed stuff. But
Let's
we
say
don't.
when we ready to do the big celebration, a special celebration like last year, we have what we call the ordination. Yeah, we did what we call purification. We decide to the beach and walk around the building and sprinkle the water.
Wait, is it like special water?
No, that's the water.
See? Imagine empty water and have faith in it. These people are just like, this is Jesus water.
And this is blood. Jesus' blood.
You will
This is
see
body.
it.
You see this cracker? This is flesh.
That's a Ritz cracker from Walmart. That's
Why
exactly.
do they eat Jesus? I don't understand.
Oh yeah, but you know what?
We're all getting so critical. We're all getting so critical.
It's hard to understand.
Do you know what communion? What communion's for?
Yeah.
So critical.
I am critical because I went to every time I go to California, I plan to go for vacation time, spend time with grandma, spend time with cousins. And my uncle is so adamant, every Sunday that there's there, Kevin, you need to go to church. I'm like, why do I need to go to church? First of all, I'm Buddhist. Second, it's in Vietnamese. Third, what is this thing? Oh my God.
Have you never seen a Vietnamese Jesus? You never seen Vietnamese Jesus?
That's a
and
thing.
Korean Jesus?
I've never heard of that stuff.
But then, so every time that I do communion, I have to go up there and say, no, I don't want Jesus in my body. And I have to cross up my arms like this. And I walk up there like a person that did something really wrong in their life and embarrass myself.
They just look at you.
No, I don't want Jesus in my body.
And
it's weird because I'm with my cousin's family and they're all eating all that stuff, and I come peace, guy, I'm out. And I was I really don't understand why, because if their whole thing about accepting people, shouldn't you let me get a free drink and cracker too? But then they don't accept me.
Free drink and cracker.
They don't accept me, and they embarrass me.
New Baptist Church offering free drink.
Come, new followers, free drinks and crackers.
We have Ritz today.
Just open up a new bottle of Chardonnay.
Yeah, and so when I walk up there, I have to embarrass myself and my family that, hey, he's not really one of us, but he's just here to observe and maybe come by. This is why I hate drinking Catholic church.
Did you say Korean Catholic church?
No, crap, I said crap.
I went to a Chinese church before, and they're really strict. No matter, they look on you, they observe you. Everything you go, you leave outside without them, they're willing to go outside and get you back in.
Yes.
You have to read I was for 3 or 4 years.
It's like a lasso, you can knock you right down.
Chinese, all Chinese.
Once
I'm
you
like the
enter,
only
you can't
Vietnamese here. Yeah, and they're all looking at me weird, like, are you Christian?
But it's so weird because, like, you know, there's like Catholic, Christian churches pop up everywhere, and we can't really get away from that. And
So hard.
And that's so hard. And Buddhist temples don't pop up. We only have like what, 3?
I mean, my friend is Catholic, and she's like, she doesn't even understand why. So. And she doesn't even like.
I just want a good, like, a Christian person that can hold a good argument with me. That's all I want.
Yeah.
But it's always just like, so why is this? Well, verse 62, back in the year 8 BC, Jesus said
Jesus said this. I was like, I didn't hear it. You know, you didn't hear it.
Yeah.
No one knows what you're talking about, man. Like, cause I read the stories, and I was like, it's talking about, you know, like, don't steal, or like, you know, don't do things that don't belong to you. And like, however your religion's like, you know, storytelling, right? Yeah, they read that book, and it's like that. And I was like, I can read the 3 Little Bears story and get the exact same moral out of them, and you know, I'd be a good person. I'd be a good person coming out of that storytelling. But then, you know, in this situation, you know, I live off as a happy little child. In this situation, I know I get beat by a nun saying, oh, this is like, you know, yeah, follow this story, and this is what it is. I hope there's no spider under me, because I. But yeah, it's. Like, religion's like has a bunch of stories that we should all learn morals from, but then they're just like, this is the one whole
This is not a story you pull moral from. This is the story.
This is your life. And it's like, wrong answer. But, yeah, that's that. I'm sorry, I'm just angry.
No, it's art confuses me too.
Like, oh, the animal story?
You know, some people come to my temple, my center, especially here, sometimes we have a lecture, we have some kind of special function here, and they're free to roam around. There's no one to tie them down and bring them back. And even they complain to me. That's somehow I don't tie them back here. So, I mean, that they complain that why don't I invite them? Why don't I bring them here to show the rules, to lecture them? Instead of letting them roam around the properties. You understand that? So because, you know, we respect people's rights. Remember, most of you, all of you, you have Buddhist name from me, right? Yes. Remember, but I asked you guys, right, whether you want to, or your mom or your parents force you, remember? If your parents force you, I won't do that for you. Only when even you're young, you have to like it. You enjoy it. That is Buddhist spirit. You won't force it unless sometimes, like the babies, where's the baby jam? All the babies is different story because they're too young. They don't know what you're talking about. They don't know what you're doing. So we give them some guidelines, but doesn't mean that we force them, right? So I know, right? Somehow that's affected you, right? You so blessed as your mom doesn't come to the temple every Sunday. If she comes every Sunday, you help the temple too, right?
She wasn't forced to do this.
But if then you say that she think that you like that, she think it's healthy for you. The reason why she forced you to eat or to drink Rama, what called Rama for in English? What's that? Heavy word. And so on and so forth, right? She project her mind on you. She think that you are her baby. Alright? Alright?
It's so good.
So,
We pick them in.
so,
It's good with sugar.
so,
We call romance.
The way is
No English
slipping.
word.
The way is slipping out, okay?
so my point is that you see, somehow in life, in politics, politicians try to control the mass. Yes.
They appeal to their base.
Not, of course, this country, they need to debate, but somehow they try to lead, to control the mass, right? In politics, in economies, in religion too. But in Buddhist spirit, if you insist on controlling other people, you don't follow Buddha spirit. Makes sense? You have to respect people's rights, especially when we talk about spiritual life. If somehow you try to dominate their life, you can control them, sooner or later you will have conflict with yourself. Make sense? And let me put it this way. If you expect, let's say, if I expect Niên will be a nun, they said here, and they force her to happen.
She's gonna
She
go
will run away from me.
with like a motorcycle.
Is that right?
That's my mom right there.
Huh?
That's my mom right there.
Preacher's
Yeah.
daughter.
10 piercings on the
She
cheek.
wants me to become like
I'm
a nun.
not.
I want me
What
to
do you mean?
A baby mom? Yeah.
I do that. That'd be
Mine.
Yes.
His mom want him to become my second baby mom. You think it's okay?
His mom can want whatever, but depends on what he wants.
Yeah.
No,
But
but like
free
we
spirit.
have to do things. She tells us to because if we.
Because what they believe that there's the physical world and the spiritual world, or the universe is like in God's hands. It's like in a weird way, and that there is like the next place is like a volume of like heaven and a volume of space of hell. And then what I've thought is like there's so many people have died. You know, not only will they get like crowded, like if there's there's only so many places that you can fill something with, and that's actually like science. But then also what I thought about was. There's also the countries like Africa or like Asia where they're not. Some of them don't even have religion there. They just live by the day. And where do you count? You know, those people. And what my coworker said, they automatically go to hell. And I was like, what? You have to take in something when you're there. When kids go there, you know, at first they hate it because it's miserable and it's hot, it's boring. And then they have their friends, youth group friends, and they come and talk about it. And that's like a cheap way to get Christians is that they come in and they, I mean that's how they get little kids to become Christians in a way. Is they come and they just talk about things.
So, yes sir.
Well, I know a couple Christian families, they're very conservative about their religion. They keep, whenever I go to my friend's house or whatever, since they're Christian, they keep saying, like, talking about religion, they keep trying to convert me, like, oh, they told me about what.
Don't think they're strict and like, I don't know.
It's all this Jesus dies.
It's just, I don't know.
Christians have like a
At
separate
least,
spirit
I
and
mean,
stuff. It's like every time you go to church, you earn a point.
Keep leveling up until we get to heaven.
Yeah. I feel like they're trying to train me like that. Dog. Or like
Good job.
Good job.
Good job, boy.
And you go to heaven. Wait. And like that's not like cause also religion is like also about like people are like every person is going to be scared of death. Like that's a fact. No one wants to die.
Jesus did. Now he saved everybody. You know, sometimes they force me to read the Bible over there. Yeah, sometimes. But they keep. But one of the kids over there, my friends, keep saying like we were talking about Catholic, and they didn't like Catholic, even though they were Christian. The reason why they didn't like Catholic because they believe in Mary. He said, just Jesus, not Mary, but Jesus. Jesus is the key and the hope to everything. That's what they keep saying.
A lot of my friends are Christian or Catholic, so like, I mean, I talk to them about it, like, and it's just like, I mean, I wouldn't say they make it seem fun, but like, you know how you say they're strict and stuff, like, my friends.
No one likes to die. Like, what people use religion is to like find ways to answer our problems in life. What religion does, it provides us an answer for some of the things. And so, an easy one that will drag people is the answer that what happens after life. And what Christians and Catholic Christians give is that answer is you will continue to go. If you live this life, you go to heaven. You know, everyone, you will go to heaven or you go to hell. That's the way it is. And what I believe is, what I find difficult to believe is that, we've been alive for some years. Like human beings have existed in so many years. And as